Obviously, the most profitable segment of the handset market is the smartphone segment, and the biggest stories in the market this year have been all about smartphones. But where are we now? Is it still all about Apple and the iPhone, or are we seeing moves from some of the other vendors that are going to yield really significant successes down the line?
It is the most profitable area. There's no doubt in that at the moment. I mean, over time, it will become more mass market. I think the margins will be squeezed, and obviously competition and so forth, and costs will be driven down. So, I mean, it may lose some of its lustre in 5 years' time. But at the moment, yeah, it's the most profitable. And that's been driven a lot by the launch of Apple and its iPhone. But the whole market for smartphones is quite small still. It's only 1 in 5 handsets are actually smartphones at the moment. Now, we expect that to grow to about 40% by 2014. But in the meantime, in these first few years of that market, Apple, with the iPhone and the App Store and iTunes, it's really made the incumbent vendors rethink their smartphone strategy. So the likes of Motorola particularly, Sony Ericsson, they've gone back to the drawing board, realising that it's not volume, it's not market share anymore. Let's rethink how we can start making money again. And refocusing on what OSs they're going to pick for what types of device. And because of the competition, there's more vendors from like the laptop market coming. Acer have launched devices, Dell launching smartphone devices. So moving forward, I'll probably see that Nokia, obviously, with the Symbian platform, it's been mainly based on, needs to sort of re-stimulate its market there. It's got the volume in the sort of lower end, but that smartphone market where it can start making the money, that's going to be where they've got to start to target. And whether they continue just using Symbian, it remains a moot point, whether something like Android that's come to market, the Google backed Android, which seems to be taken off this year. And we expect 2010 probably to be a seminal year for the Android platform, with lots of the main vendors, with the exception of Nokia, are launching devices next year. So by the end of the forecast period, we expect the smartphone market really to still be dominated by Symbian. We still expect that to keep growing, backed with Nokia devices. And probably Android probably number 2. Third one, we've got RIM, and as I mentioned, we make BlackBerry and we have Apple. Still got volumes, but fairly niche types of market, types of device. So still see a lot of growth there. People there'll be volume for those two operating systems and the vendors. And then thirdly, we got Microsoft. Now Microsoft, they haven't really come to the market with a good proposition yet, but perhaps with the launch of Windows 7, we may see them actually break into, potentially we think, the top 3 within 5 years' time.